Hello guys, hello people from all over the planet. Welcome to Mind Booster Motivation. We are the best platform that offer free life coaching training session. Anytime you have a chance to stop here, you will always find me. I will talking about money or to become successful. We provide you with insights, knowledge, information that you need to know to take your life to the next level. Everything on this platform is free. We are on YouTube, we have podcasts, and you can find us on other social media, Facebook, X, Tumblr, Reddit, VK. We are everywhere. Everything is free. My name is Ernst George, known as EG, and you don't have to pay nothing for what you will receive. The only contribution you have to put is your time and pay attention. If you pay attention and you put a amount of time to watch the entire video, you will learn so much, and these things will allow you to navigate your way in life in a better condition with a better mindset. You will have much valuable results in the field and the endeavor that you are performing or that you are using as a vehicle to drive your way. No matter in which field or endeavor you are performing, or you're expressing your talent as a professional, or you are amateur, or you've never been in a job, or you just started, you're a youngster, because we have a lot of youngsters that follow us. This is the same principle. You follow our advice and you follow the education we share with you, you will be able to obtain whatever you want in a faster but more accurate way than if you're going only by yourself. This is it for the introduction. Let's go straight to the point, right? Why you should pay attention to Mind Booster Motivation. Because we not only teach you, we share the real deal with you. Other people will charge you a lot of money for that, and we give everything free. We give away what we learn to most people possible. Because if we've been so blessed to have people in one of us and to have the health and the benefit to live in an era where we can learn things and experience things, made mistakes along the years. Now, why keep these insights, this knowledge for us and not sharing with you? That's why I want you to pay attention, pay close attention, because you will learn some amazing thing here. Often we are looking for a role model. Often we are looking for a hero, somebody who accomplished things that is beyond other people's capacity. Somebody that did something that's so great that inspire others. Unfortunately, we have a tendency to looking for people who only made it financially, or people who become famous in sports and politics and music, entertainment. You know, we're looking for these type of figures. We forgot the most extraordinary things are happen on a daily basis, and they happen in your neighborhood, in your family, in your community, and ordinary people. People what's so-called ordinary are these people that take the quantum leap to take bold decisions that will change the course of their life, the life of the relatives, siblings, and the life of people in the community, by extension, the life of people around the world. Because these individuals actually, by the exemplary of the way of living and their accomplishment, create the pathway for others, for the upcoming generation to do the same. They create an impact in the world. Today, we are talking about ordinary guy. His name is Manuel, but we will call him Manuel. What if I told you that the most of extraordinary journeys are taken by the most ordinary people? This is a story of Manuel, a man with a dream and an unbreakable spirit. Manuel had no contact in the United States of America. He didn't know how to swim. He couldn't speak English at all, but he had a dream. His dream was to migrate to the United States of America. Remember, he don't know how to swim. He doesn't have any contact in the United States, and he doesn't speak English. But he has a burning desire to travel from Haiti to the United States. That's all he had, the will to succeed. He makes this dream become the leitmotif of his life, the reason that he's living. He had a wife, 4 kids. He was living in an economic, social condition that was really hard. He's a farmer. He doesn't have money to buy the crops the grains for farming, and the country was experiencing some dry season and political tumult. He had a dream. Manuel had a dream. Moved to the United States. 9 times he attempted to cross the ocean. 9 times he faced the unimaginable. We're talking about turbulence, no food, days and weeks on boats, and boats sinking with him and other passengers because they are loading over the capacity. At time, he was caught by Coast Guard and sent back 8 times in Haiti because each time he attempted to reach the United States, he never reached the land. Caught in the middle of the ocean by Coast Guard and get expelled to the motherland Haiti. He tried 8 times to reach United States, and each of these times he encountered some tragedy, some difficulties, and saved by the American Coast Guard and screen and get hands up with expulsion, he get back to square zero. Remember, Manuel has no money. Remember, Manuel had no money. Each time he attempted to reach the United States, he had to sell what is not enough for him, wife, and kids to pay for the new trip. Everybody was talking. How crazy is Manuel? Everybody was gossiping behind his back. Said next time he will not come back. Each time he returned in Haiti with an unfinished business because he never reached the United States, you think Manuel was discouraged and said, that's enough, I'm not coming back, I'm not going back? Do you think Manuel will say, okay, this is enough, I will not spend no more money, I will give up? No. Each time he returned, his resolve only grow. Stronger, better, and with more enthusiasm. What made Manuel so different? His inflexible motivation, his boldness for success, his ability to never give up, his willingness to do not accept no expulsion as an answer. After a trip unsuccessfully, he ends up bankrupt, no money at all. Consequences. During these 9 months, Manuel take the basics about how to speak English. He start learning more because Manuel knows his journey is not over. It's just the beginning. Manuel learned English to persevere on his adventure. He's learning English. For the 9th time, he took his chance again. Somebody organized a trip underground clandestine where he get on the boat. But this time, Manuel has more experience. He prepared himself. He prepared his clothes. He become a tailor. And then he carry less stuff. And inside his backpack, he put some empty gallons. He prepared himself. Before the 9th trip, Manuel asked people questions. At that time, internet was not popular. He asked people questions. He spoke with fishermen, Marines, military. He spoke to people who practice a life of maritime life. People who work at the sea, port. He asked questions. He learned some survival skills about how to survive in case he encountered some difficulties. In the 9th attempt to reach the United States, this time a boat of a capacity of 30 or 40 people was filled up with parcels and goods and more than 200 people. And Manuel was there. You know, at the time, people don't pay attention to the weather report. When they appear to reach the coast of Florida, they encounter a terrible tropical storm, and the boat was all over. Eventually, the boat crashed close to a resort. Most of people survive. Manuel is one of them. As a matter of fact, because he was prepared and learned the skills of survival in maritime hostile environment, he's the one that saved most of people. One person who was inside the resort in vacation had a VCR camera, record how courageous Manuel was saving people. So Manuel get arrested, as all those illegal immigrants he was part of. and they put them on a facility where they've been detained and waiting for due process to find out legally what they will do with them. Unfortunately, at this facility, no one speaks French or Creole, so they couldn't communicate with the group. Manuel was able, from his broken English, to translate for the immigration officer, the CBP officer, and his fellow countrymen and women. Manuel became the litigator, facilitator, negotiator between both groups. Manuel spent 15 months in these refugee camps, serving, helping people. Most of survivors, they find somebody ready to take them in their house. By the time Manuel was living in the facility and helping the immigration officers all the time, there are some Latinos at the camp who only speak Spanish. Manuel managed himself to learn Spanish as well. From 7 months at the camp, at the refugee camp, Manuel started receiving a salary because the immigration officers trust him and become an employee. He cleaned the place, janitorial job, translate, facilitate the communication for the officers and the refugees as them. Remember, his status is not clear. But when he started receiving his salary, he started sending money back home, helping his family, wife and kids, and pay back his creditors. After 18 months, one of the officers that used to work inside this facility is promoted as a higher position on FEMA, which is the Federal Emergency Response Administration for the United States. And by the time he was moving to his new position, he said to himself, one of the person that I cannot go without, it's Manuel. So he do the due process, the diligence for Manuel. Manuel received his paper, refugees authorization, work of permit, things like that. And he moved to FEMA. He moved with Manuel. Manuel, by FEMA, Manuel get back to school, learn English, pass his GED, and go to college. Manuel has a degree in criminal justice and specializes himself in immigration, and is still working for FEMA, and he works with organizations that helping refugees. Manuel was able to become a U.S. citizen and bring all his family to the United States to a family reunion, and serving the nation with pride and professionalism. Manuel is a proud U.S. citizen now. Story like Manuel's story, there's a lot in this country and in other countries. Many people do not understand what is the power of motivation. What is the power of the will to succeed? Manuel has one goal, made it to the United States. He tried 8 times. It's almost left his life behind. He almost get killed by the harsh condition of the trip. He never gave up. When he came back home, he had a pile of debt, criticism, discouragement. People labelized him as a fool, but his eyes was on the prize to make it in the United States. When only with no English, no contact, no skill of swimming, Manuel not only made it to the United States, become a legal permanent resident and become a U.S. citizen, serve the government and FEMA, and serve the government and Coast Guard. Stories like that are everyday stories from ordinary people that realize extraordinary journey. I don't know in which part of the world you are watching this video. Your journey is not that different than Manuel's journey. The only difference is your will to succeed. Do you want to succeed? Do you want to take your life to the next level? Do you want to stick to your commitment? Are you inflexible to never give up on your motivation? Other people will ask you a lot of money to explain you just that. When you know what you want, when you commit yourself to do it, when you focus on your goals, and when you take the quantum leap, that's when you jump. Manuel sold everything he had and he borrowed money. He put himself at the point there is no return. He cannot get back. He had to move forward. This is what he did. And this is what makes him become a successful individual. Recently, I visited Manuel and I was amazed by the pictures on the wall of his home office. And I was amazed by seeing how many people he had to shake hand, meet. President Bush, father and son. He got pictures with all important people, generals, important people. He had a picture with Colin Powell. This guy is a hero from our community, from the Haitian American community living in the United States. And he not even want people to know about him. Ordinary guy. When I meet Manuel, I heard about him. When I finally meet him, I talked to him many times before he agreed to receive me. When I meet him, I tell him how proud I was to have the opportunity to meet him. And I asked him to give me the permission to produce a video about his story. He asked me for one request. You have my permission to report the story in your free life coaching training session, but do not use my name. And he wrote on a paper, use Manuel, because doing this trip, doing this journey in my life, I always think about Emmanuel as my savior that will guide me to this journey. Guys, I hope you understand the importance of commit yourself for motivation. I hope you understand when Neville Goddard tell you, when you have a dream or a goal, you don't think about how I have a dream or a goal. You are the dream, you become the dream. When Manuel think about moving to the United States, he already see himself in the United States. He already been in the United States when he had this vision. And he had all the vision, and he knows before everyone that he will move to the United States, he will make it, and he will encounter, shake hands with president, prime minister, vice president, and even people, high-ranking people from Kingdom of England. This guy, this is the type of guy that you don't heard about it. It's like when I was reading the book, The Millionaire Next Door, Manuel, I consider him as a figure like that. A guy who understands the power of motivation and who understands the power of the law of attraction. Many of you trash talking about the law of attraction because you don't understand these principles or its work. Because today you want something, tomorrow you want another thing, and you jump from one idea to another one. You never settle. You never make your mind about one thing to accomplish, and you become a butterfly and lie. I want you to understand, Mind Booster Motivation is here for you to share this type of stories with you. My time is up. I wish you the best of the best. Please follow Mind Booster Motivation and your favorite social media. Listen to our podcast as well on your favorite podcast platform and on YouTube Music. My name is Aaron George, known as EG. I will see you on the next one. For the time being, stay motivated and take care of this mind that is yours. This is it for Mind Booster Motivation Free Life Coaching Training Session of today. I will see you on the next one.